it's nice living on a tropical island, but occasionally I came out to a local park just to do a quick half an hour of photography, and then this started. I got stuck and I had to stay where I was for about 30 minutes. I got absolutely drenched. Then I decided I got so wet, got nothing to lose, so I managed to get to this shelter between tennis courts. But it's been like this now. I've been here for, I don't know, best part of an hour, I think. And my stuff got so wet. My camera stuff. I don't care about me or my clothes. But yeah, this is one of the downsides of living in the tropics. Extreme weather. I mean, it rains a lot in England, but it never rains like this. I mean, the amount of rain that's fallen in the last hour is mad. So I'm just gonna wait here. Hello. So I went out earlier to the local park, and well, it's the local park near where I work. Left early, went to the park, and just this tropical rain downpour happened, and I was stuck between some tennis courts and the shelf for about an hour. I got absolutely soaked. My clothes got totally soaked. Luckily I had a change of undershirt, but even the banknotes in my wallet are soaked. Luckily I had a different hat in the car, so I basically put on the undershirt. I put this back on, and I didn't want to go home because the weather's changed. So I've still got my OM1 and 100 to 400. I'm on this tiny bit of land here. Look, there's some turnstones. So basically, I've come to this beach area that I sometimes come to, where I've got lots of bird in flight shots of shorebirds, and I'll put some of those shots up either from today or ones I've taken in the past. Just as I walked up here, an osprey flew past. They're not supposed to be here for another 2 months, so that really surprised me. So I quickly put my camera up, tried to get a shot, but the settings weren't right because I wasn't expecting to see it. Maybe one that didn't leave for migration 4 months ago, so it's just stayed here. Don't know why, but anyway, I'm on this little bit of land. I better move because the water's coming in. I'm not going to get stuck here, but I'm going to see if I can get some bird in flight shots. Conditions isn't great because it's still only 4 o'clock, bright sunlight. Shorebirds have a lot of white, so I don't want to blow out the whites, but sometimes you can't help it. I think people get stuck up too much sometimes on losing the whites. If it's a good picture and there's a little bit of blown out, it's all right. It's all right. Anyway, so we'll see what we can get. It's kind of nice just sitting here actually after being totally soaked. But yeah, it's just always a pleasure being out, isn't it? If you can get out, even if you get no shots, it's just nice being out. close to some snowy plovers. So let me take this off. I'm getting covered in sand. I was already wet, so the sand's already all over me, so I'm totally covered now, but this is what you need to do. So there are some snowy plovers about 20-30 metres ahead of me, and I've been taking flight shots, but I wouldn't mind getting, here we go, I wouldn't mind getting some shots on the ground. As I said, the light's not great, it's still a bit early, but yeah, that's what we're doing. I look ridiculous, but this is what we need to do. I'm on aperture priority at the moment, 6.3, which is the widest it is, ISO 500, and it's giving me about 2,000 shutter speed. When I was doing flight shots earlier, I was at 3,200, ISO 800, I think. Anyway, you probably want me to pick them up, but let's turn this thing around, see if you can see them. There are some birds further on down there. You probably can't see them, they're tiny. Hopefully, if I wait here, they will come closer and I can get some decent shots. Luckily, there's nobody here to see how ridiculous I look, because the rain's only just stopped. Anyway, bye. Rescue helicopters just flying over. I hope it wasn't me, because I've basically been crawling along this beach for the last half hour. I am absolutely exhausted. This is the dedication you need to get the shots you want. I'm absolutely drenched, covered in sand, had to put the stuff down. When you're on the beach, it's so difficult to keep your stuff clean of sand, because sand is a killer for gear. So I've been holding that. I've had my pocket in here, my Osmo pocket, to keep for vlogging, to try and keep it clean. That's been in my pocket as usual. The hat is soaked. And let's just have a look what I've been doing. So I tried to get close to a little snowy plover, which let me get close, but I had to basically commando on all fours along here. And I'm absolutely exhausted. It's hard going, and as you can see probably from my top, I am covered in sand. So it's really got to be worthwhile, a good shot. I haven't got a towel with me, so I'm going to try and get all this off, but without getting the camera dirty. It's so difficult. But anyway, let's hope I've got something. As I said, light's not great, but this is what we're working with. I don't think I've got too much sand on my camera. I think we're good. Right, I'm back near where I started. I'm absolutely exhausted. I mean, I think I've shredded my arms. There were so many hard shells and stones on the beach while I was commandoing it. If I show you this, I didn't even realise. Where are you? Here. While crawling, I ripped my trousers, so they're for the bin. Look at my shoes. Get this thing to... Where are you? Oh, there you are. Yeah. So I need a long shower when I get home. Anyway, it's been really fun. I don't know if I got anything, but I took some flight shots, got some low down shots of the plovers. I don't know if any are any good, but it's nice to be out. But yeah, I thought the sand would be nice and soft when I was crawling on it. It was really hard. I think I might cut myself. I don't know. Anyway, I think that's probably be it for now. Anyway, thanks again for watching. But I think today kind of shows that if you really want to get the shots that you think, you know, those shots that maybe just are a little bit better than ones you used to get, you've got to go that little bit further, that little extra mile. Like, you've got to get down eye level at the ground, so you're looking at these tiny birds at eye level, so it blurs out the background, because by you going low, the bird is at the same level, So the background is the far distant horizon. So that's blown out. If you shoot at an angle, if you're higher than the bird, you're going down, then obviously immediately behind the bird is the ground, because you're going that. And that's not going to be as pleasant as a background. So something to keep in mind. I've done that before, where I'll approach within like 40-50 meters of the birds, knowing that if I walk any closer they'll fly off, and then I just inch closer. But now I'm before I used to vlog, then it didn't matter, I could just, but I was conscious I better vlog this. It would have been better if I'd stepped the camera up further away and you could have seen me crawl along, but I didn't do that. But then of course you're trying to stop, while you're doing this, you don't want it to get sand in everything. So anyway, thanks again. Bye. I didn't go home despite I was covered in sand and totally soaked. I still had my gym stuff in the car, so I put that on, and as my wife is picking the kids up, I don't have to rush. So I thought I'll come to a spot near the house to see if I can get any kind of sunset. I've got the 12 to 40 on the OM1. The sun's not looking great. There's some rocks here that I might see if I can get something, but the sun's not looking too great. There's not much cloud action and the sun's really high. So I don't know, we'll see. My shoes are covered in sand and soaking, so we're bare feet. And as I said, I've got my gym gear on, because no more, my trousers are ripped. The two tops I had are both wet and covered in sand. So we'll see if we get anything. I always like to maximize as much time as I can when I'm taking photos. It's just so fun. You know, I'm gonna have to pick them up for the rest of the week, so I've got a bit of time, so why not see if I can get something. Might be a write-off, but it's just fun to be out, and I'm always very lucky to live where I live, and you know, this is 10 minutes from the house. So in fact, last week, I don't know if you can see it, there is a lighthouse over there. I took a photo from the other side of the lighthouse, and the sky was quite nice that night, but on the other side of it now, so I won't be using that. But anyway, just see if we can get anything. Right, I'm going to see if I can put the DJI Pocket, was this Pocket 2? I must say big up to this, because I had thought about doing YouTube videos for years, and I had different small cameras and it just didn't ever feel right. And then I got this thing a few months ago, and it's basically this Pocket, whatever it's called, Osmo Pocket 2. I got some money, I can't remember how, and I got this at a good deal, a used one. I got the used, you know, get all the microphone and stuff with that. That's one of the reasons I liked it, is because I thought doing audio separately was just far too much of an effort, and this records the audio with this thingy here. So anyway, I'm going to see if I can set this up against this felled palm tree on the beach, and see if I can leave it so you can record myself doing stuff. What I'm going to try and do is I might try and use the ND filter, the ND live filter, whatever it's called, and see if I can get some movement with the handheld movement with the waves and stuff. So let's just give it a go. See if I can put this. Is this going to work? It's probably going to be a complete disaster. Does that work? If I leave that there, like, are you going to follow me? Can you see me? Is that following me? Right, where's my camera? Here. Did it come over there? No, it didn't. Okay, well, I'll try and keep in this area so you can see me. So I'm going to see if I can practice the ND Live. The ND Live is great. I have used it before. You've got to put it into S, shutter speed mode, shutter priority, or manual. It won't work in aperture. So I usually use aperture. So when I started using it, I was like, why isn't it working? That's the reason. Get it into shutter priority. Ow. Yeah. Okay. Where's the good rock? Over here. I don't know if you are following me. I hope you are. I mean, I can't even see what you're looking at. It's me. I'm probably out of shot. But anyway, there's some rocks down here, and I'm gonna see if I can get some movement of water and stuff, because the sun's not really doing a lot at the moment. There's still time, it might change, but let's see if I can get in here without smashing my legs up. Ah, that was rubbish. Ooh, what was that? Okay, let's get a bit more stable. Let me zoom into that. Okay, let me... Come on, wave, come on. There's not really any movement. Oh, here we go, here's one. Took that. Yeah, it's too slow. Let's change. I want 1.6 seconds of a shot. I kind of like how the movement looks when that... Was it 1.6 of a second? Yeah. Oh, that was a good wave. What am I doing? Don't get sidetracked. Focus. That's kind of cool. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go, go. No. Anyway, I'll probably fast forward this. You're already falling asleep. So, yeah, here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay. Anyway, it's kind of fun playing with the ND Live. Because I'm so clumsy, I used to take filters out and always used to break them. So I never used to buy expensive ones because I would end up breaking them. But yes, this is kind of a cool thing. You still have the issue with, because you don't have an ND grad, you still, that's kind of complicated, but yeah, it's a good feature and it's fun. And that's what's the best thing about this camera. It's just really fun. There's so much extra stuff that you don't have on other cameras. It's just really fun to use. I'm loving that I'm looking at the camera, but I'm sure you probably can't see me. Anyway, I'll shut up and take some pictures. So I've got this nice scene. I'm using the live ND. I've got 2-second timer on. There's a plane coming. I'll just wait for that. It's not really going to make much difference because it's a 30-second exposure. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and done that. I've already framed it up. And it's going for a slow shutter thing. Hopefully the sky doesn't blow out. Let's have a look. So this is the live ND for very simple composition. The sky's quite nice. It was an amazing sunset. Couldn't really get many good shots with the sun, but let's have a look what this looks like. Let's just try. So that was on 2-second timer. So I bought my tripod. I rarely ever use the tripod with my OM1 thing. I have this L collar in the car. Cheap thing I bought off Amazon. I just attach it on the off chance that I'm going to use the tripod. So it is just nice to just be chilling here with these rocks. As I said, not an amazing sky, but I like this line of rocks along here. The tide's too high to really sort of do any motion. Oh, it stopped already. Let's have a look what that looks like. So as you can see, that's all smoothed out. The sky isn't Is that sharp? Wait a sec. That looks alright. That looks alright. Maybe with a bit of editing that might brush up okay. Might change the composition, see what else we can get. I kind of like that individual cloud in the middle. But anyway, we're just trying the ND live on a beach where there's no one here. The sky is nice over there, but it's kind of hard walking on this beach with no shoes on. So I think I'll probably just stay here. Okay, so back in the car. Light's gone. Not sure if I got anything there. It was just fun. If I have, I'll put it up. But thanks for watching. Today's been a weird one. Went to the park, totally got covered in absolute ridiculous rain. Did see a kingfisher, didn't really get a good shot up. If it's good, I'll put it up. Then I went to the beach, got covered in sand, cut my arms, ripped my trousers. Then thought I was going to go home, and then decided to try and do a sunset at the end of the day. All fun, all experience. I always look at, even though I've been doing this a long time and I'm learning new things all the time, I'm always learning. So you can always keep going out, keep picking up stuff. There's always things you can learn. You can always get better. That's why I love this hobby. You never stop improving. Anyway, if you're still here, thanks so much for watching.